All right, welcome to a very special episode of Lions Avenue tonight. Shanti and I
Yeet.
is also joined by Big Block Sports as well as Spirit of Detroit. We talking about
Yes, sir.
that rancid 49er fan up there at the top right corner of the
Let's
screen,
go.
man.
Let's go.
He gonna try to one-liner us to death. Lion fans, I need y'all in the comment section to make sure y'all two lining him back. If he throw a jab, come over the top with a left hook. But yep, so I'm gonna let you talking tonight, man. We're gonna touch on 49ers, a few topics of discussion, a few areas of concern for that team, including the future of one Kyle Shanahan potentially. So let's jump straight into the block. I'm gonna start with you first. How did you guys get to this point? Because this was a team that I remember after they destroyed Dallas that game, which was Sunday night. They beat Dallas. Yeah. They destroyed
Yes, sir.
Dallas on a Sunday night, way earlier in the season. Everyone was crowning them as the best team in football. Then a couple injuries happened. Debo went out. You're looking at losing that game to Cleveland, losing the game to Cincinnati at home, losing the game to the Minnesota Vikings. A lot of people were questioning Brock Purdy, were questioning Kyle Shanahan at that point in time, but everyone still knew that that was still a high-quality football team. Purdy's had some ups and downs this year, but when you guys are at full strength, he shows exactly what he can do. I'm not going to sit here and be one of those people who say anybody can do it because I don't think anybody can do it. We see a whole lot of quarterbacks on a year-to-year basis. We can just go back and look at any high school records of any of these quarterbacks who are 5 stars, who went to all these colleges, and we never heard a damn thing after that. Some of these classes, when you go back and you look at these high schools, one guy made it out of 94 quarterbacks. Two guys made it out of 120.
We got one of them. He the backup, Sam Darnold.
If it was that easy to just find if it was just that easy to find greatness, I think everybody would have greatness. The Cleveland Browns for damn sure would have greatness at quarterback, as many cracks at the apple as they had. But where was there a point in time in the season where fans maybe felt like, you know what, maybe we're not as good as we thought? Was it around the time when before Philadelphia completely fell off? Because they were winning a lot of close games and had people fooled. They had me fooled. I looked at Philly and said, you know what? They're not playing their best football, but they pulling it out in the end. They battle tested. That's toughness. I like that. That's grit. But in all actuality, they were just underperforming all season, playing down to the level of a lot of competition. And in the end, it came back to bite them. So was the confidence in Frisco ever wavering at any point in time? Because it's a complete marathon now with the 17-game season.
I think at the time when we lost 3 games in a row, you could definitely tell amongst the fan base there was some tension, there was some dissension in the ranks. But I feel like real fans understand that, like you just said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. We was in a great position. We was 5-3 at that time. I want to say we were still number 1 in the division, especially in division with the Rams of Seattle. It's not much competition. But back to my point, I think there was some hesitation about Kyle Shanahan, about the future of the team when we lost 3 games. But I feel like we had 2 key injuries between Debo, Trent Williams. Brock got concussed in the Minnesota game, which wasn't reported, but that's a whole other conversation. So I feel like there was rhyme and reason for that stretch, but I feel like that stretch galvanized the team. We ran off several wins after that, including destroying Philadelphia. So I think there was some concern at that point, but I feel like the fan base understands that we're here for bigger and better things. And sometimes, like, no team is going to go undefeated all the time, every time. So I think we good. I think Brock Purdy is good. He led the league in several stats. So I don't understand where some of the commentary and the questions come from. He's a winner. He's not a winner like Jimmy G. He's a little better than Jimmy. He's a lot better than Jimmy G, actually. Jimmy G is my boy. But I think we good, man. You know, I don't understand all the hesitation.
Well, you just brought it up, man. So Brock Purdy, played 4 years at Iowa State, struggled to elevate that program, which was I found kind of odd too because he and Matt Campbell, who's been up for like an NFL job seemingly like every year for the last 10 years, they never really elevated that football team, but it's neither here nor there. He shows up in San Francisco, whether or not he has the physical tools or not, there's something to him that enables him to be better than Nick Mullins. And it enables him to be
That's
better
messed
than
up. That's
Sam
messed
Darnold.
up. That's messed up. You ain't
And
gonna talk about my dog
no,
like
I'm complimenting this
that.
dude. And it enables him to be better than Jimmy G. I'm not the biggest Purdy fan, but there is something. There's a nuance to his game within the pocket that it works for that system. It definitely works. Now, could they be better with a big time talented game changer? Maybe so. But it's definitely working for them. Now, he's obviously different when the weather changes. He's different when the weather changes. He's also different when Debo's not out there. When teams also notice when teams are able to man on those screens a little bit more, pay Christian a little bit more attention, and he's forced to find George Kittle more, which is something else I don't understand why he seemed to struggle with. Because if you look at the all 22, Kittle's open a lot, and he just doesn't throw him the football. Christian, his favorite dude. So it seems like he's not the same guy when Christian's either not in the lineup or Christian's being manned out and taken out. So, Avery, man, what are your thoughts on Brock Purdy from the end of last season when he took over as starting quarterback, driving that ship, steering that ship, getting those dudes to the NFC Championship? He got hurt. Philly goes on to win, whether he played or not. That's neither here nor there. Whether they would have won anyway, but comes back, has an excellent season this year. What are your thoughts on Brock Purdy?
I think, and I'm gonna say this, and y'all gonna look at me crazy, but I feel like Brock Purdy has changed the quarterback position, and I think that
100%.
a lot of people are looking at the whole quarterback position with the big question mark now because you have individuals now seeing that I can just build a team with a guy. I just need the guy to make the right plays, do the right thing, and just be there, be competent at the quarterback position. And guys like Jared Goff, who have the team built around them, have the play calling built around their skill set, as opposed to going against their skill set, it's going to change the franchise quarterback narrative. So I like Brock Purdy in that sense. I like Brock Purdy having an infrastructure, doing more than Garoppolo, and Garoppolo was getting paid $10 million a year. I like Purdy in that sense. There's going to come a point in Purdy's career. I think he's already thrown past 300 yards in the game. I think he's already had the most passing yards in the franchise history. He's already had more passing yards than all the franchise quarterbacks they've had. Garcia, Joe Montana. He's already proven that he can play. There's going to come a time when the game is going to be on the line, and that game manager shit has to go. It has to be game priority manager. It has to be the next level, that Tom Brady next level, where he went from game manager, don't mess anything up, to gunslinger, to elite. And that's going to come from Brock. But I do like Brock Purdy. The key for the Lions in this
It
game.
came last week when we was down.
It came last week on that 6 or 7 drive when he had the whole terrible game.
It just sounded like that was what you was describing. Go ahead.
I've been more than respectful. I let you speak your blasphemy. I let you do it. I think that
don't let Avery cook now. Avery cook on us.
The saddest part about your team is that y'all had to go to the doldrums and get a quarterback just to defeat football. Y'all paid everybody $21 million. I had a rookie traded up and did all this stuff. And if y'all don't go win this game, y'all are gonna be looking at the coach sideways. Okay. And I think that Brock Purdy is an excellent quarterback. I do respect him. I respect what he's done. But I think we have the favorable matchup when it comes to the quarterback. I think we have a veteran who's been there before, who's been in that moment, who understands that moment. He's felt the pain. He's felt the suffering, and I think that Jared Goff is going to rise to the occasion this week.
That's right. Yeah. I mean,
Shanti.
yeah. I mean, just to piggyback off what Avery said, man. I feel the same way. Like as far as the experience goes, I'm looking at Brock Purdy, and I'm like, he's the single reason why we got an opportunity to win this game. I really believe that. I'm not scared of Brock Purdy. He look at his stats. Anybody who's watching this, anybody who's listening, anybody who knows football, they have damn near the exact same stats: 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. If you go back and you look at Brock Purdy's best, okay, Brock Purdy's been comfortable. Okay, he's been really comfortable. Okay, it's real good to be. It's good to look good when you beat Arizona 45-29. I'm just looking at some of these games when you beat Philly by 3 touchdowns. He didn't have to work. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to have any pressure. The games that he had pressure, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Minnesota, they lost all those close games. I'm looking at a 42-10 win against the Cowboys. It's easy to look good when you win 42-10, right? I mean, it's a lot of things that could be hidden. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the running game was going good that game, or just a short pass, Debo touchdown, that type of thing. You didn't really have to show like any stressful moments in the game. And Kendall hit it right on. I mean, I'm sorry, I said Kendall. I seen him on the comments. Avery hit it right on the head. One of these quarterbacks has to make some pressure throws, and I think what this game is going to come down to. Listen, I agree with Avery. I was going to say it too. I trust Jared Goff in this situation, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? If you was to tell me you got to go to the Super Bowl, you got to beat Brock Purdy, I don't care what stadium it's at. I feel confident, bro. I feel confident more than I did against the Rams. I felt more like the Rams could come in and beat the Lions than the Lions can go and beat the 49ers. Look,
that's crazy.
It's easy to be comfortable. Look, hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's easy to be comfortable when you win 42-10. What pressure did you get when you win at 42-10?
What was the score when y'all played that same team?
What's that? Who's
Dallas. Detroit lost to Dallas.
Yeah, but that was a different kind of like that was like mano a mano type thing. I think San Fran, when everything is going their way, they look good. The nice red tan pants. They look good out there. They look good with that SF on that uniform, on that helmet. They really do when it's not pressure. I seen them. Hey, listen, the same situation going to be. Remember when they lost the championship game in Green Bay? They lost and couldn't score Garoppolo. I see the same damn thing happening this week. I really do. I'm telling y'all, I was more worried about Tampa than I was San Francisco.
Wow.
I just,
but you know what?
I don't respect Brock Purdy. I don't respect them at all.
I could tell. I could tell.
There's gonna be questions. There's gonna be questions that got to be answered if Frisco lose.
I agree.
Let's be honest about it. Whether they lose to Jared Goff, or let's say worst case scenario, they get to the Super Bowl and Mahomes take them down again.
Not Mahomes.
Now that's your epiphany moment. That's your epiphany moment. If you're Kyle Shanahan and you look across the field on that other sideline for the second time, and this mutant over there takes down your team again. Well, let's say Lamar Jackson go video game mode on.
Thank God.
You know how good Purdy is.
It's gonna make people look at Purdy sideways.
Purdy is so good that we have to compare him to Patrick Mahomes, to Lamar Jackson, to Josh Allen. We have to say
that's his competition.
He don't believe what he's saying. He don't believe. He's trying to make himself.
This man is in his second season. This is his first full season as a starter, and he's already in the same breath as Lamar won an MVP. Patrick Mahomes won an MVP. Jared Goff was a first-round pick.
He don't believe that. He don't believe that shit. He's saying
none of that.
He in the same house. He in the same house as Mahomes. He in the basement.
That is how good Purdy is. He is getting looked at. He is being put on a pedestal with quarterbacks who have been in the league for years.
No, he's not.
No.
And when he's successful, everybody's like, it's the system. When he's trash, it's Purdy.
You trying to sell flex tape? Hey, you know when the guy got on there with flex tape? Hey, he put the tape on the
got
boat.
A can of flex.
Hell yeah, it looked good. But it looked good on the commercial with the graphics on the back. He put that damn tape on the boat. That boat was sick, bro. And Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah. Hey,
brought that boy some tape.
Hey,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Man,
I love it.
Hell no, man.
I agree. It's going to come down to the quarterbacks. I agree. It's going to be Goff versus Purdy, and we got the book on Goff. You forget that Goff went from LA, where we worked Goff every chance we got. So I'm not scared of Goff. I know what Goff is capable of, but I agree it is going to come down to Purdy versus Goff. Even in the game where Purdy threw 3 interceptions with Baltimore, it was still a 4-point game in the third quarter, and that was after 3 interceptions. So if you think the Lions are going to beat Purdy, even if he has a terrible game like he did last week, like he did against Baltimore, it's not going to happen. I just don't think the probability is there. I think the Lions are a great story. I think the Lions have a lot of talent. They have a great future. Aiden Hutchinson is for real. Sam Laporta is for real. I don't know about Goff, though. Goff, just like you could say Purdy is the key, I think Goff is going to be the key, too, because it can go sideways real quick, and you lose into the Bears. And you lose into other teams you shouldn't be losing to.
I'm gonna say this.
You've been in the same place
there's
for
a
3
player
years.
here.
You actually know.
But I'm gonna say this to hold up. There's a player. I understand that they played against him when he was with the Rams a few years ago. The variables are too different all around Goff. There was a lot of familiarity with the Rams with Sean McVay and what he liked to do offensively and what Jared Goff didn't want to do and this and that. You got to also factor that into the play. The 49ers don't know a damn thing about this Detroit Lions offense. And we just being 100% about it.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at
Jared Goff with the Rams is different from what Jared Goff, what we have right now. And look at the rushing attack.
You talking about 4 years ago.
Yeah. They hoping that's what it is.
He's talking about 4 years
Kyle Shanahan, I mean, for everybody that wants to like say Kyle Shanahan is like, to me, listen, out of 7 years, he's had 3 losing seasons. I mean, yeah, he just caught fire in 2020. I mean, y'all acting like he like Don Shula or you name it. To me, I think it's did y'all
even make the playoffs last year? What is you talking about? What are we talking about?
San Fran ain't got no rings, bro. They ain't got 1 ring. They've been good for 3-4.
Do y'all even have a ring? Do y'all know what rings look like? Rings?
Listen,
I mean, we can't do this.
You
still holding on to Steve Young?
94.
Steve Young taking down the big tough Stan Humphries.
I'm just saying the 49ers slander is crazy coming from a team that, let's just be honest, it's the Cinderella story of the playoffs. Am I right? Right. And what does that mean?
They won the same amount of game as y'all did.
Look, you see Jahmyr Gibbs choke slam Antoine Winfield to the end zone. That's the line.
Jahmyr Gibbs is good. He's very good. He's a very good player.
Tell me this. We got Money Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. I would take them all day long against McCaffrey. You know what's good. Now McCaffrey's good. I'm not trying to discount how good he is. I'm not saying, but I'm taking my chances with my guys too. I mean, I don't. Yeah. San Fran has got all the cachet. San Fran has got all the analysts saying, that how dare the Lions come in San Francisco and play the 49. They don't even belong. How dare the Lions just stay in Detroit and just stay there and just be cute there? No, we coming to take this shit. That's basically that's how it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
The ball. They have a problem defending the run.
Right.
I'm not gonna entertain them out of your 12. When you rush with Purdy, and he gets over 70 yards, you win the game. If we stop the run, which we have all season, top 5 and stopping the run.
Yes, sir. I think 3.
When we stop the run, y'all do not win. We haven't had one. We have had one rusher. We have had one rusher run for over 70 yards this season. Yeah, I mean, it's just the writing's on the wall. Brock Purdy he ain't gonna do nothing pretty. If Brock Purdy beats me, I'm gonna be satisfied because I know Brock Purdy the real deal. I'll give Brock Purdy the crown. He'll be my Jared Goff Jr. But nobody else is gonna beat me.
That's crazy.
For real. I'm a stop your wide receiver. I'm gonna stop your tight end. I'm gonna stop McCaffrey, and I'm gonna shut this whole thing down.
You're gonna have 14 players on the field, must be because
IU gonna have 8 catches for 170 though.
IU
Your only hope is Cam Sutton, because Cam Sutton gonna be at Candlestick Park. He ain't even gonna be in the right. He gonna get lost in coverage.
they didn't renovate
Cam or RW McQuarters out there.
Oh.
All right, man. Let's get this back on. Let's get this back on track, man.
I love it.
Let's go to one of them weak spots.
Yeah.
Let's go to one of them.
Go ahead,
Walt.
Go ahead. Tell them
what's going on with Aubrey Thomas, man. Former Michigan Wolverine.
Oh God, turnstile.
What's going on with that secondary?
You mean TS? You mean TS turnstile? That's what you mean? That's what you talking about? You talking about that? Okay, yeah. Hey, we got a guy on our team. Not St. Brown. Okay, you got to worry about. We got a new number 9 on our team. His name is Jameson Williams. Okay, and I know he hasn't done much. I know he hasn't. Right. This game is tailor-made for him to have a big game. I'm just gonna say it right now because I just don't see if you try to. What's the other guy? I like from Oregon. The other corner.
Demo Lenore.
Yeah, Lenore. I like Lenore. Lenore can play ball, but I think you're gonna try to put him on St. Brown, right? I mean, something not adding up in y'all secondary. That's all I'm saying. We got 3 dogs. We got 3 dogs on our secondary. Melifonwu, Brian Branch, dude.
I like Branch.
Gardner, dude, they better. Them 3 guys don't even have a position and they better than y'all secondary. We don't even have I don't even count Cam Sutton. We don't even have a. You know what I mean? I just. To me, everybody wants to just give San Fran the trophy, and we match up in every scenario that you can put out there. To me, San Fran is good. They got a better defensive line. I give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do. That defensive line. Hey, Fred Warner, Greenlaw, them boys bad boys right there. They y'all linebacker, D line. It's gonna be a challenge, but I think the secondary is going to win the game for us. You know, y'all secondary going to allow us to take the game. That's how I believe it's going to happen. So,
I want to say the Lions secondary is ranked like 27th. I agree with you on the run defense. I think they rank number 3, so top 5 for sure. And I think if we had a running back that was not as versatile as Christian McCaffrey, that would be a big problem. But I think with his ability to split out wide, again, if Debo plays, their ability to be interchangeable, I think it gives us the option to create a running game by passing with short screen passes, with short drag routes across the middle, with bubble screens, which we know Debo has taken to the house several times this season, which, you know, Christian McCaffrey can go for 70 at any point in time. So I think the secondary for the Lions is probably the reason why, like you mentioned, for the 49ers, is probably also the reason why y'all lose a game. I don't see Hutchinson having a bad game. I think McKivitz, our right tackle, I think you call that other dude turnstile. He's more like a safety cone, you know what I'm saying? But I think we have the coaching in place. I think we have the talent. I think we have the versatility to overcome the strength of the Detroit Lions defense, because I think after the defensive line, I'm not sure there's much else back there for us to be worried about.
Whoa. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. Wow. Go Go ahead, Avery.
I was asking you about your secondary.
I'm
though. He trying
speechless,
to
man.
diss
I'm
our
speechless.
secondary.
Oh,
I mean, the stats don't lie. Are they ranked? Somebody look it up. I can look it up. What are they ranked?
Well,
Y'all ain't too far off with us.
I agree. We probably like 25th. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, Melifonwu, since he's been in the line, Melifonwu's
Branch
got
is
4.5 sacks.
Yeah.
4.5 sacks. Multiple pressures.
Right.
Passes defended. Melifonwu gonna be a problem, bro. I mean,
He's a
that's
baller.
all I'm saying. He's physical enough to he big enough to play linebacker. I mean, he's just a guy that other teams don't have enough tape on. And I think, man, it's going to be curtains if San Fran not ready. I just believe it's going to be just give Detroit that respect. That's all. Not you, Big Blah. I know I ain't talking about you personally, but it's just like for me.
I respect him.
It's just frustrating because it's just like the Lions are like we always say. They're the people look at the helmet and it's the past and it's people say, oh, well, it's one good year. Y'all had one good year, so now y'all regulating everything. Sometimes that's all it takes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes look when the Rams came on the scene. I'm just using them with Brady, and then they kind of kicked the door in and allowed themselves to be a good team. When you think about like teams like come to mind like Tennessee Titans has always been like a class act organization, perennial playoff team. To me, it just seems like the only way for the Lions to get the respect is just to go out and do it, and they have been doing that. And I think the last hurdle is to win this game, man. I mean, obviously you go to Super Bowl and win, but what I'm getting at is to make it to the Super Bowl. I guess that would be the fight. It probably won't even be like my partner Walt tells me. People move the goalposts. When we talk about the Lions, they say, y'all won 12 games, but y'all didn't play like the best. Y'all had the sorry schedule. Y'all didn't have the best schedule. So you know what? The 12 wins wasn't really a 12. Y'all was really an 8-win team. You know what I'm saying? It's just frustrating to me. So you know what? For that, damn it, Money Montgomery, Jameer Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Amon-Ra St. Brown, dude. Let's go, man.
Jermaine Crowell.
I didn't like it.
Vinny Blades, the safety.
Mark Carrier.
Oh damn!
Mark Carrier out there with 5 million.
I call out Scott Mitchell. They got
no Scott Mitchell.
Got Scott Mitchell out there. That's crazy.
Jim Drunkenmiller out there.
Yeah, boy. It's dark days. I respect the Lions. I agree with you 100%. I think they do what they think. I think a lot of people, I agree with you. I don't know why people think, I mean, I understand why, but I don't think they should, because it's a totally different Lions team. I love Dan Campbell. I love the ferocity that he instills in the team. I love the grit from Detroit. I love the blue collar mindset from the team. So I agree with you 100%. I think the Lions are doing things way differently than they have in the past. I think it's a different Lions team than what the NFL follies may post. So good points. I agree.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to teams like San Francisco who are cash rich and trophy poor. When it comes to
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Let's go, Avery. Let's go. Turn up, Avery.
They've been invited to the dance, but they haven't danced yet. So they got to remember, way back in 1995, we wasn't expected to make it this far. So since we weren't expected to make it this far, now it's some type of we're glad to be here. No, we want to take the crown because at the end of the day, the Golden Gate Bridge gonna crumble. Okay, at the end of the day, the Cinderella story is gonna actually. This is what people want to see. People want to see the Detroit Lions and Baltimore Ravens. People want to see real teams with real storylines. Y'all been to the dance. Y'all have lost. Y'all have been messing with Mahomes, lost. Y'all have been this regular season trophy wife. And then when y'all get in that big moment, y'all have crumbled. And I don't expect the second-year quarterback who was drafted 262 to be Tom Brady. I don't expect him to do so. So when we talk about the Lions, we see the grit, we see the storyline, and we see the veteran quarterback. We have the veteran quarterback. Yes, you match up the same way where you have a Debo and all these, turnstiles. You have all these dudes, and we got Cam Sutton. Cam Sutton is burnt toast. Cam sit down. I seen him on his knees last game. I seen him.
I did too.
I seen him run past him. I seen him on his knees on film. I'm gonna show the video tomorrow. So I seen him on his knees.
I'm gonna show the video tomorrow.
That man, he got to a
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
We ready.
Man, listen, he can't be no worse than Brian Westbrook.
Damn.
That man was capital penalty.
With Terry Fair. Yeah, we had a bunch of bad corners, man. But yeah, I mean, you know what's I mean, when we look at it, like, and let's be honest, I mean, now this is the best set of linebackers I think the Lions have had to play. It's gonna be interesting how we find
we're gonna get to the second level on their
exactly.
And watch what happens.
Yeah, because Fred
Warner get right to the second level.
Yeah, I mean, it may be. I remember when Tennessee and Baltimore had their big rivalry, and Ray Lewis was playing, and I remember he hit Eddie George so hard, like it kind of like made him retire damn near. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be that kind of collision between their backs and our backs, but it's like something going to happen, bro. I mean, something's got to happen this week. I mean, it's just I think Penei Sewell is way better than what people give him credit for. You know what I'm saying? I think if you don't know him here in Detroit, I think people kind of overlook Penei Sewell a little bit. You got Frank Ragnow, Jonah Jackson's gonna be out. That's the one thing I am kind of like. I hope we can stay the course with Awasika. You know what I'm saying? Filling in. You know what I mean? But the reality is, I think Big Block. I think the Lions will try to run the ball. That's what I like about our team because we're not gonna shy away. We are what we are, man. You know what I'm saying? And Dan Campbell's the kind of guy, like, he ain't a finesse guy or nothing like that, man. His mentality goes, if you can stop what we doing, then you deserve to win. And I when the feet hit the fire, I don't know if San Francisco can match that. When we get up after y'all, the initial emotion, the first quarter, I don't know, man. I haven't seen. That's one thing the Lions have done where they've always made teams have to fight, man. And I don't know if San Fran is that tough like that. I don't know.
It'd be real nice if J-Mo came out the party. You know?
Right.
J-Mo came out the party. Okay, I'm just saying. See, Diddy gonna be at the 49ers game too.
That's crazy.
He gonna come to party with y'all.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Yeah. And Sean Malone has it right. The Lions are a very physical team. And that's the type of team Frisco has had issues with. Teams that can match their physicality. Because Frisco plays physical as hell. So if you're willing to stand up the way the Cleveland Browns were, the way the Minnesota Vikings are, as Lions fans, we play Minnesota twice a year. We know exactly what we're going to get out of that team. Those linebackers going to hit. The corners are going to hit. The defensive linemen are going to hit. They're going to close on everything. They're going to play to the whistle. If you can match their physicality and get Frisco in one of those 23-17, find them in a 17-10, 17-13 type of game midway through the third quarter, you can get them. Now, whether you're going to blow them out, I don't believe that's going to happen. But just seeing how we've played all season, how effective it's been, and how we haven't lost more than one game in a row all season. That's kudos to the head coach being able to get a team this young to turn around that quickly, whether it's a win or a loss. Like, he has them ready to play the following week. And if you can't handle us at the line of scrimmage, if you allow us to dominate the line of scrimmage, you're going to lose. It's plain and simple. Now, if Frisco can neutralize that, we in trouble.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I agree with that.
If Frisco can't do what nobody else really been able to do, Baltimore did it because Baltimore dominated the line of scrimmage. The Bears had 3 nose tackles. The Bears were able to dominate the line of scrimmage. Green Bay. I love that front seven of Green Bay. They have the ability to dominate the front seven in the line of scrimmage. That's why I didn't want to play them. I preferred to play the Rams. I didn't want to deal with that shit. I said, hey, before week 17 came, let Dallas deal with that shit. And Dallas got dealt with dealing with that shit.
Decent.
So yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be a physical football game, man. I believe so. Remember that Saints 49'ers playoff game with Drew Brees back in
Yes, sir.
Who else was it? Dante Whitner, I think, was still playing for Frisco at that time.
Folded that boy Pierre Thomas up like a beach chair.
All you heard was cracking. All you heard was cracking.
That was a good game.
Day.
That was a good game.
Cracking. I think it's gonna be that type of game, just knowing how Dan Campbell coaches, how hard he coaches, knowing how Frisco plays football. Frisco they play like they got 13 people on the field. Everybody breaks and swarms to the football. Nobody misses tackles. There's no shoulder tackles. There's no going at legs. There's wrapping up. They play solid, sound football. Well, at least they did under D'Amico Ryans. I know they was having some issues earlier in the season.
We still like a top 5 defense. Everybody just relax. We still like top 5 in the NFL. Just calm.
You don't tell us to relax. No, you don't tell us to relax.
Everybody just take it easy.
Hey, but
I think they plus 10.
So I'm gonna throw this last question out there real quick, man. So let's say Frisco does lose. Is the confidence in Kyle Shanahan wavering, considering the fact that they went to the one Super Bowl? He's been to one Super Bowl as a coach. He's had arguably the best roster in football. Like, if you look at from the moment he got to Frisco, not the quarterback position, but running backs, wide receivers, offensive lines, defensive tackles, edge rushers, safeties, linebackers. He's had pretty much the best of the best since he's been head coach of the 49'ers, and to only make it to one Super Bowl, come within one incompletion to Emmanuel Sanders, probably of us viewing him differently. But there's been a lot of bad luck for the 49'ers going through the NFC playoffs, aside from beating Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. So is it Super Bowl or bust for them right now?
I don't think, just to run back some of the things that you said, when Kyle got the team, they were 2-11. We went 3 or whatever with Brian Hoyer at quarterback. So I think because of the way that the team has been built up, it wasn't always sunbeams and rainbows like it is now, right? So I think there's no
GM got his work on
there. Yeah, John Lynch, boy. But I don't think the 49ers are going to lose, but let's talk hypothetically, since this is what we talk about on the show. If the 49ers were to lose, I don't think there would be any wavering confidence in Kyle Shanahan, given the fact that you gotta be here to have a shot at the dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't get rid of Kyle Shanahan. Like, for who we gonna get rid of Kyle Shanahan for? Is there another coach out there that has been to
get rid of him? But the confidence.
I don't think the confidence will be wavered just because. Well, let me just be honest. Depending on how we lose, I can see some people jumping ship. I can see some people losing confidence in Kyle Shanahan. They may feel like he wasn't aggressive enough. They may feel like he called too many pass plays or too many run plays, or he didn't call the right plays, or he got out coached. So I think there will always be people with animosity and a desire to get rid of Kyle Shanahan or to lose confidence in Kyle Shanahan. But I think within that organization, especially with the history of that organization, I think this is probably the best coach we've had in some time. This is probably the best run on we've been in some time, right? We talk about all the rings from the 90s that y'all keep bringing up that y'all ain't got. This is probably the closest we've been since those times. I think, again, Brock Purdy has already broken several records. I think we've had an influx of talent, despite, NFL free agency, where it's really hard to keep teams together. We've made aggressive moves in free agency. And I don't think from a leadership standpoint, anybody will question Kyle Shanahan going into next season. I think we'll be right back on the same horse, ready to come back to the 49er Invitational again, like we do every year.
Yeah, y'all go. Y'all go to the invitational. Y'all just don't get off the bus. Y'all stay on the bus. Y'all stay on the bus. You know.
It's
Hey, look,
crazy.
I know it's all rainbows over there in San Francisco. It's all rainbows and sunshine. Y'all feeling good. I'm gonna lose faith in them.
I'm just saying, man, how can people, how can it not be justified to lose some confidence if you're not winning?
Right.
Like, let's say he goes, whether it, I think for me, it has, for just looking at it from the outside looking in, it has to be Super Bowl or bust. They need to win it.
All the pressure's
How
on the
many years
49ers.
straight?
Yeah, I agree.
How many years straight have we heard from the media that this is the best team in football? This is the best head coach in football. This is the best play caller in football.
Right.
This is the best roster pound for pound in football. So how can it not be Super Bowl or bust? However they lose, they in a lose-lose situation. If they lose to Detroit, they're gonna clown them.
Yeah.
If they go to the Super Bowl and get crushed by Lamar Jackson and get demolished by an elite quarterback, they're gonna smash them. If Andy Reid and Mahomes take them down again, they're gonna smash Shanahan, and they have a right to. There's no good way for him to bow out. He can't gracefully bow out of this playoff.
I agree.
I'm not letting it happen because they've been telling us all season how great this team is.
That's right. That's right. And
that's all they've been telling us. And what we heard for years, or just get him a quarterback. Well, he got his quarterback now. Y'all said he's elite. Oh, well, he played bad last week because it rained. Who gives a shit? It rains everywhere. Like, how does he get these weird these breaks that people give him every time he plays poorly? Oh, well, Debo didn't play. Oh, well, he was missing Trent Williams. Oh, well, it was raining that day. Like, I don't get it, man. I really don't.
Effect. All you gotta do is win some of the time, and people forget all the time.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I don't believe like if he lose the game, management will say we need to fire him or anything like that. I think you know what I'm saying, but I do think, like you said, that's how I was trying to get my point across when I was saying that San Fran is the one that, like, everybody just thinks that they're just going to show up and win. I mean, that's all. As far as Kyle Shanahan, like I said, very innovative. I mean, he may be a little couple pegs higher than Sean McDermott to me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that, where he's had some good teams, but they haven't won it. You know what I mean? It's just the reality. I mean, yes, I do think the quarterback does matter, and they've been in situations where they had Jimmy Garoppolo, and it was just like, if he could just score one touchdown, they would probably have a ring, that type of thing. But they, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't do it. So now, like just what Avery so smartly said, I mean, now think about it. I think somebody said it in the comments too. I can't remember who just said it, but they drafted Trey Lance, and that was supposed to be the guy, and then now you put Brock Purdy in this situation and said, well, okay, everything else is good enough. Now go out there and win. And I think it's a little bit more to it than there's a little bit more nuances to that. It's going to be tough. I mean, for me to have to say you're going to ride the arm of Brock Purdy to the Super Bowl, to me, I show me better. You got to show me. At least I can say with Goff, is for the experience, for been there, done that. Yes, I'm not saying that he's like this above head and shoulders better than Purdy, but I just saying for this game, I trust him. You know what I'm saying? I think that he's going to be the better quarterback to me. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I feel about it. But
what's going to help the 49ers? Yeah. See, the key for the Lions is to run away with this win. All right, and that sounds hard. That's the key, because you don't want to put this in the ref hands. Okay, the refs gonna give them the pass interference. They're gonna give it. I'm being serious. We know it. They're gonna give it. I can hear it now. We were one pass interference away from the Super Bowl. We were one pass short of the Super Bowl. We were one catch away from the Super Bowl. No, you gotta run these boys out of town. Force Brock Purdy, get up fast with J-Mo. Get up fast with the running back. And get up fast with putting Kirby Joseph in single high safety and sit in the house. And now, if we sit in the house, I don't want to see the quick slant across the middle. I want somebody hit. I really want this is the game where if Kirby Joseph a dirty player, I want him to show it. Okay, this is the game where I want to knock somebody off their feet. All right, I want to show it on film.
Yeah.
Look, Stafford called Kirby Joseph a dirty player. This is the game to show you a dirty player. This the game to show the grit. We gonna send the 49ers. It's gonna be the 49ers. The SF stands for superficial. Okay, we gonna show who's strong in this one. Okay, this is about this.
I gotta get that on the shirt. I gotta get that on the shirt.
We gotta put this together and knock it out the park. We gotta have
Oh.
golf play phenomenal. This is the Super Bowl for us because whoever we see next round, we gonna be really ready for. Okay, because this team is so elite.
Oh, we beating Kansas City.
Oh yeah,
Now
for sure.
Baltimore's something different.
Yeah, that's something
We beating
different.
Kansas City.
Man, that's something different right there.
Right.
But you know,
I know the league want to see San Francisco and the league want to see San Francisco and Kansas City and Taylor Swift and all that nonsense. The people want to see Baltimore and Detroit. That's what the people want to see. You had your gold rush. Now you can get on. You had
I love it. I love it.
nah, but man, when it comes down to it, like, who do you think like could be an unsung hero? I know we'll walk this off topic a little bit, but I mean, for you, I mean, for like, who do you is a guy no one's talking about, or it could be a guy that is, you know, that's in the spotlight. Who do you think that like could be the guy that could really change the game? You know, either way. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll answer it first. I'll just say this for San Fran. I think for them to win, they Brock Purdy would be the guy for me. If he like Johnny, what was that? My man for Flynn for the Seahawks. Remember he had like 500 something yards. Matt Flynn. I was about to call him Johnny Flynn, point guard for the Timberwolves. I was about to call him Johnny Flynn, but yeah, Matt Flynn. If he have a hella game, then yeah, I say okay, he can be the guy that just have an out of body experience and win the game for him. I'm not worried about McCaffrey too much because he could get his. And Walt mentioned Brandon Ayuk. I think he can get his, and we can still win the game. But I think Brock Purdy would have to have, man, just an unbelievable performance to win the game for me. So,
well, I would say the secondary. When I look at the receivers that killed us all season, as much as I like Brandon Ayuk, he's not as dynamic as none of those other dudes. Debo's not a speed guy, so we don't have to really worry about him cooking Sutton deep. I think the physicality and size of these receivers are a better matchup for Sutton in the way he likes to play, in the way a lot of our DBs like to play. As great as Frisco is offensively, they're not going to really attack us like that, D. They want to attack you horizontally, not necessarily vertically. Our linebackers been playing really good football. Second half of the season, Derek Barnes, the light turned on for Jack Campbell. He's been lights out the second half of the season. Anzalone's been really good all year. That's going to be a major matchup. But, damn, man. For Frisco, kicking game. I think the kicking game's been so good for them all season that either something horrible is going to happen for Jake Moody, or he's going to beat us on a 63-yarder as time expires.
Oh, man, come on, man.
I wait to see that.
I love it.
You know what? I've been thinking about this lately, man. I really miss the fact that look, the return game is non-existent in football anymore.
Yep.
Don't y'all miss when a close game was turned on a punt return for a touchdown? Or a 103-yard kickoff return?
Hell yeah.
I love to see
It feels like we haven't had a touchdown return all year. It feels like it. As far as the league as a whole, man. I just miss.
Shoot, we almost gave up one last week. I think that was a punt.
Yeah.
Them removing that aspect of the game was stupid because it didn't stop concussions.
Yeah.
The guys are suffering from concussions doing 11-on-11 play. not on these damn not busting a wedge open on special teams. So yeah, I just wish, man, that they would just, and then they taking jobs away too.
Yeah, because
a lot of dudes would be on teams right now if they were able to return kicks. But, yeah.
And cover.
So yeah, exactly.
I think unsung. I think about players that maybe you don't see coming. I think for Detroit, I'm thinking about Khalif Raymond. I'm thinking about Josh Reynolds. I think those are two dudes who are very versatile. Josh Reynolds can run the ball. He can catch the ball. I think Amon-Ra is a really great receiver, but I think we could bracket him. I think that should be the plan to help Ambry out on that side, because Ambry going Ambry at least once or twice a game. So I think unsung hero I could see for Detroit would be one of those two dudes really taking the top off the defense and causing all the secondary to have to play defense. And I think for the 49ers, actually, I got another one for the Detroit Lions. You mentioned him, Alex Alizoni. I think he's a really good linebacker. I think if he has a really great game, he has the ability to really impact from a defensive level. San Francisco, I think offensively, Juwan Jennings. I think Juwan Jennings, low key, is a huge part in the running game on third down. Him and Greenlaw won that game last week. You know what I'm saying? I know there were a couple big plays from Kittle. I know Purdy made a couple throws. Christian McCaffrey, of course, did his thing. But I think Jennings, Demo will be the other one on defense. I think, I think Ward may travel with Amon-Ra. So I know Demo got to be locked in, and I think he's been locked in the last couple of weeks. So those are my unsung heroes. I think could have a big impact on the game from both teams.
Yeah, crazy. You think that boy got anything for St. Brown? Don't set that man up to lose all of his lunch money.
I think both of our corners, maybe not Demo as much, but I can agree that because of Ward's size and stature, short, quick, shifty wide receivers are probably receivers that he struggles with. But he had an all right game against Addison from Minnesota. So I could kind of, I'm not saying they the same, but I'm saying in stature wise, I think they got a very similar build, very similar when it comes to speed. So I think he's up for the challenge. But I agree he's not the type of receiver he's probably most comfortable with.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think, like I said, it's gonna be a game where I'm gonna see these magical flags. We got Braitman, the head. I'm telling you the truth. They got this man Braitman. 17
penalties called on Detroit.
Oh, look. They got the dude. His name is Blakeman. I just did a video about him. He's the one who called Bateman. Blakeman.
Yeah.
This man, I was about to say something else. I think I'm with the homies. I think I'm with the brothers. This man he had so many controversial calls. He's 12th in the league in most penalties this season, him and his crew. And he had a most controversial call with us and Super Bowl 50. But with us, it was a call of a face mask. A couple years ago, we had Trey Flowers of an invisible face mask in Green Bay. He was responsible solely for that call. So, again, him and his crew, most penalized group, they're going to be calling for a lot of PIs. So Cam Sutton got to sit down. Cam Sutton really got to just tackle and do his job and focus or whatever he got to do. Debo, Adobo, whatever his name is, that boy going to get cooked. He going to start holding, and I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't know if they're going to call penalties on 49ers. Because I think there's an eye in the sky in Las Vegas that really want the 49ers to win for some
script writer. It's in the script.
Detroit is the most watched NFL. We had the most watched playoff game in 40 years. We had the most watched playoff game in the last 40 years. So people are tuning in to the Detroit Lions. That's
because Eminem was there. That's because Eminem. They heard Eminem and Big Sean was at the game.
Hell no.
They was like, "Oh, Big Sean and Eminem gonna be there." And
y'all better hope Steph Curry there. Y'all better hope Steph Curry playing.
They like, "Oh snap! Is that Shark Boy? Is that Shark Boy down there on the field? I gotta watch this."
Oh man.
They done brought Steph Curry out.
It's crazy.
I'm just saying, your quarterback look like he's 5'3". He play in the 8th grade, and everybody around the Monstars from Space Jam. I'm just saying.
He shop at Kohl's. He shop at Kohl's. You know what I'm saying? He probably gonna wear some Wranglers to the game. Come through in that Hannah gear. You know what I'm
his
saying?
own hair
with the vacuum, with the Floby. Hey, real talk. He got a roommate. His roommate is one of the offensive linemen. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just
he look more like a Fantastic Sam.
Hey, he just ball. You know what I'm saying? He get on that field. He just ball. He don't do nothing else. He don't stunt. He ain't got no Mercedes. He ain't flexing. All he do, he just ball. That's what my boy do.
He was picked 262. Y'all ain't gonna pay him.
They show it,
yeah. How much y'all gonna pay him?
Yeah.
70 mil a year, boy.
Hey, whatever he want.
The amount of vigor that we have in our veins, we can both thank all four of us can thank the Cowboys. If they would have just gave us that game, we'd have had a different. You know what I'm saying? I think they unlocked the killer in us. I think, man, and I don't know, man. To me, it just seems like to me that the Lions is just like they checked all the boxes this year. Like we said, they won the division, right?
Yeah.
Okay, first time in forever, 30 years, ridiculous, 30 years, right? So they did that. They got the home playoff game. They won that. They won the second playoff game, and it wasn't like I said. Everybody trying to poo-poo. What was this? Florio, my man that's with Chris Sams. Matt Florio, he hates the line, hates Jared Goff, totally hates his guts. Never gives him any credit. I mean, that's fine, whatever, teach his own. But what I'm getting at is, I think it's so hard to break like the curse or the narrative or whatever it is around this team. I think that's the main reason why people just don't want to pick them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's just they like to shoot. They can't make it to the Super Bowl. No, they ain't that good. They're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Lions have totally busted down every barrier that's been in front of them. And Dan Campbell, the rah-rahness, and trust me, I was kind of laughing at first. I'm like, man, these guys is millionaires. They not gonna listen to that type of. But what I'm saying is, and it may come a time where that rah-rah speech don't work. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go. It go. But right now, I'm just saying for the here and the now, it's whatever it is working, man. And what that perfect storm is coming into San Francisco, and it's gonna be like something that's never been seen. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? I just think that there's gonna be a hell of a game. I really do. I'm really looking forward to it. I think the whole city's on fire for it. You know what I'm saying? You go around, you can't even find Lions gear nowhere out here, big block. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably don't have that problem in San Francisco. I don't know, but you can't even get a T-shirt, man, around here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so on fire about the game. So it's just fun, man. It's fun to just go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It just to have the temperature of this game and knowing that when we finish this game at 10 o'clock at night, I think the Lions gonna be the last team standing, bro. I don't know.
I want a trophy. I want to have a trophy party in their house.
Right. Yeah, it just, man,
trophy party.
And don't it just seem fitting that Jared Goff would get redemption, go back to Cali, right, where he got to kind of get discarded and just like thrown in the dumpster and just left. We gonna send you to Detroit where it ain't no, we're gonna leave you to die, that type of thing. And for him to rise back up in the biggest stage, I think would be like just the ultimate story, man. You took down Matthew Stafford. I don't care if you won by 1 point. Y'all could have won by half a point. As far as I'm concerned, it's still a win. So whatever. But I just think that there's a perfect storm with this team. 49ers, to me, Big Blight, just seem like they kind of stale to me. I don't know. It just seems like that's like not not what we, you know what I'm saying? Not what we doing here. We y'all in the way, that type of thing. That's how I feel, but
We definitely in the way. As a number 1 seed, we are in the way. So I totally get that.
Y'all in the way.
Y'all barely beat the 6th seed. Y'all barely beat the
y'all barely beat the Packer. Y'all should have lost the game.
If was the 5th, we all be drunk. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We didn't.
Better get ready for that fish pole.
It's a great story for Jared Goff. It's a great story for the Lions. It's almost as great as a story as somebody who exactly a man struck down by injury, in his moment. A team left, unfulfilled, only to come back again with another chance, right back where we was last year. So I think it's good stories all around. I think there's a lot of good storylines in the game. I love Dan Campbell. I said it before. I love the team. I think they deserve to be here. It should be a good game. And I'm going to be really nice after they lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to post a bunch of memes like I did with the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just be respectful. And
what do this? Hey, they just put it out. Y'all know y'all about to lose now. Y'all see these game day threads? We wearing white. Bro, we undefeated. We undefeated with the whites on.
I like the ones with the old. I like the old helmet logo. The old helmet logo. Them uniforms was tough.
Yeah. Y'all in trouble, man. Y'all in trouble.
Y'all better hope they don't throw the black shoes on.
Yeah.
They come out of the black forces.
They're gonna throw the black. They're gonna come out of the black Air Force One.
It's trouble. It's trouble. It's trouble. It's trouble.
Oh, the regular Jimmy.
It's trouble. It's trouble.
Hey, but you know what I want to ask though, Walt? You know what I want to ask? Like, okay, what's the read? Because what's the read on Chase Young in San Fran before we get out of here? Because I was kind of like mad because we didn't try to get him, and give up some draft picks. What's the read on him, man? He just seemed like a different kind of dude. I don't know.
I mean, me personally, I haven't seen that much from Chase Young. I think last game he was out of position a lot. He looks slow. Now, I'm not saying he's not powerful. I'm not saying he's not explosive, but to me, he looks slow. I think Randy Gregory looks a little more explosive, has a little more fast twitch to him, has made a couple more plays, but I don't think Chase Young is garbage per se, but I don't think, at least so far. Now, again, he has this game and the next game in the Super Bowl to so I slid that in there to show his worth. He could go off, against the Lions, given that, probably Nick Bosa is going to get a lot of attention. But so far, he's had to play more than he should because he was actually a backup. So, I mean, that says enough as it is that he was where he was, and now he's back up to actually Clean Farrell, who was another high round pick that kind of fell off the map and now is back, but he hurt his knee. So I haven't seen much crazy from Chase Young. He was really good in the Jacksonville game. I want to say he had probably a sack, maybe a sack and a half, forced fumble. But he's out of position a lot, from what I've seen in his run fits, trying to make a play, jumping inside too much.
For sure. I just wanted to get a read on it. That's all. Yeah, Walt. Just going to this game. Before we get out of here, it's like, okay, what's the predictions? Let's all let's just say maybe not you, Walt, but maybe us to an extent. Like, how do you think this game gonna go? Avery, tell us, man. Tell us how this thing's gonna end up. Who's gonna be on top? I think I know what's gonna happen, but I still, I need you to I need you to entertain us right now, huh?
Definitely gonna be 21-24 Lions if Awasaka holds up and they get the ball to JMO. Yeah, 21-24.
Okay, for sure.
I like it. 30-20 49ers. I think it'll be 21-zip by halftime, and then the Lions probably do what Lions do, try and come back, but lose. 30-20.
I'm going to say 31-21, damn it.
Ooh.
You scored 21 in the first. We scored 31 in the second half.
Ooh, that's
We went
spicy.
about double. We went about double.
I love
digits,
it.
bro.
I love it. He said
Double
31 unanswered.
31-21.
Damn, boy.
Yeah.
Come
Woo.
on, boy.
Hey,
It was
30. Hey,
33-41 last time we played.
31 unanswered. Kyle might have to go home. They might fire him. They might, hey, Kyle. They'll come after the game. Hey, Kyle, come with me. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a discussion.
31 of those. Tell me you couldn't answer one of them.
31 of them things. Ooh.
You ain't have an answer for not one of them. Cal, you're fired.
They might move the team to Oakland. You know what I'm saying? They might just move them across the bay. Give up 31 of them.
The Sacramento 49ers.
They go with Sacktown, baby. Sacktown.
The Long Beach 49ers.
Ooh.
They was drinking too many macchiatos.
Man, I ain't got no
That's what it was.
Gotta get back to the bay.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, personally, myself, I don't have a prediction yet, man. I'm still torn. I think we're gonna win. I just don't have an idea, ballpark wise, what the score is gonna possibly look like. I've been so off with the scores lately. I kind of just left the scores alone, man. But I do think Detroit is gonna be able to do what they want to do offensively. I do. I really do. I don't think that secondary is good enough. The linebackers are. The defensive line is in theory, but if Penei Sewell can take away and erase Bosa, that kind of even things out, I think, for us, the rest of that offensive line. Frank Ragnow being able to handle Eric Armstead is going to be crucial. Looking at it defensively, all we really have to worry about is Kittle. And I haven't seen enough from Purdy this season as far as him consistently looking for and feeding George Kittle to think that he's going to magically do it Sunday. And just looking at them, like I said, the receivers just, I think what could possibly happen is it could strictly come down to time of possession. Because if Frisco can't quick strike and they get locked into a game where, and I think Shanahan will keep running. He's the one guy that will keep feeding his running back. If you look at the last 7 games, I believe, for Detroit, no one attempted to run the ball more than 20 times on us. That's where all those passing yards come from. Teams abandon the run on us quickly and early. I don't think Shanahan's going to do that. And that's why I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't know how low-scoring, but Shanahan's going to stick with it. That's one thing for sure. He's going to try to find ways to get that boy McCaffrey the ball. Debo, whether Debo plays or not, Debo's no threat to really get downfield on us like that. We tackle good enough. I'm not so much worried about him. But then if you're talking about, like I said, guys like Brandon Ayuk, we see Justin Jefferson twice a year. That boy ain't no Justin. That boy ain't no Lamb. We didn't see some tough top tier receivers. We saw Devontae Adams twice a year for about 3 years, maybe. So I'm not so much worried about Ayuk. I don't think his skill set takes advantage of where we struggle at. He can get his numbers, but if you can also limit the yards after catch with them boys, put Frisco and put Purdy in a situation where they have to do the 12, the 13, the 14 play drives. Now you're putting Purdy in a situation where he must protect the football. He can't take those chances anymore. And our red zone defense has been pretty good as of late. So y'all going down, Block. You just in denial, man. And I get it, man. You have a very good football team. You have a right to be confident in
Focus
them.
on that drive.
If I was a 49er fan, I'd be confident in them too. But
see if you can get a
them bullies from Detroit coming up there, man. Them bullies from Detroit coming up there with buffs and Air Force One.
The black ones. They come with the black ones.
Yep.
and they worn down.
Yeah.
They ain't fresh out the box. They've been dropping engines. They've been dropping engines and cars.
They wore down.
Jared Goff got his buffs. He got his buffs when he beat Stafford. So he got two players.
Okay.
This is 3rd game with his buffs on. Y'all in trouble, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. In trouble. James Houston coming back too. Y'all in trouble, man. I don't know what now.
We can be on the
Did you,
sideline passing around the buffs.
yeah, did you hear about Khalif Raymond? Walt, is he practicing? I haven't heard nothing about Khalif Raymond.
Nothing.
Yeah, they have,
Nothing.
so yeah.
Yeah. I think somebody's gonna jump up big for us though.
Hopefully, the
This could be
handshake
the
at the end of the
secondary for
game
J-Mo
won't
to
lead
take
a fight.
advantage of.
Yeah,
what?
for sure.
You said what?
Now,
I said hopefully the handshake at the end of the game won't lead to no fight.
Right between Debo and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, man, they they got history. So I'm looking forward to that matchup.
I'm actually sick and tired of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson.
He does talk a lot. He
talked too much, and for a person that just got back from injury,
he been hurt all season.
Walt knows my he knows my analogy. When you can't make plays, you make noise. Start talking. I need to see some interceptions.
Yeah.
Man, I think his confidence is key for them young boys on the back end too. I think
he's setting them boys up for failure because he got them boys out there thinking it's all sweet. He thinking, don't worry, guys, I got him. And then he gonna be the main one being toasty out there.
Who gonna toast him?
Who ain't gonna toast him?
Blitzing all three of them.
Who is not gonna toast him?
Y'all better hope. Listen, y'all better hope 3 of our safeties don't get sacked.
You're gonna need all 3 of them to get sacks. You right. You're gonna need you're gonna need 11 sacks this game for y'all to have a chance. All 11. You're gonna need everybody on the team.
For Brock Purdy? Brock Purdy
gonna dice us up.
So earlier today, there was some news that came out, right? They listed top candidates for the MVP and the offensive player of the year. And I'm pretty sure in the MVP, there was this guy named Patrick, there was a guy named Lamar, and there was this guy named Brock Purdy in this same list.
Stop it.
Up for MVP of the league. That's
it.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right. That is crazy. It is, man.
Yeah, man.
Perception is a motherfucker, though, boy.
Yeah. You could, with your offense, you could put a stick back there. He could throw for 300 yards.
That's not true. Because Sam Darnold lost. Sam Darnold lost. Nick Mullins lost a bunch of games. CJ Beathard lost a bunch of games. Jimmy lost games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Brock Purdy is doing something that Kyle Shanahan has not done before.
I think Jack from Bell Tire, who's been working for Bell Tire for 25 years, I think he could go back there and throw for 300.
Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I'm saying the Donut Warriors can make it. Look, I'm just saying you built your team to where your quarterback is literally your weakness. Your quarterback is a normal guy. Your quarterback,
right.
Your quarterback is a normal guy.
Yeah,
as
because
normal as they come. He's sleeping at home, got a roommate. He's sleeping in his mama's house.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned to hear how you feel about Jared Goff because I mean, if we talking about
Jared got a supermodel wife now. Hold on now. Hold on.
Listen, if I had we
don't even know if Purdy even get any women.
If I was getting $900 game checks, I would probably have a supermodel wife too. What you talking about? You did.
They put his check on a chime card.
You know when you watch the games and it's them big sweaty defensive linemen, their belly hanging out the bottom of their shirt, they probably got a fine wife too. You know why? Because of that cheddar. You know what I'm saying? So like that's we talk about a number 1 overall pick. Jared Goff had his time. He went to the Super Bowl, but y'all said it. He was outcast. He was thrown to the side. And if any team is susceptible to a failure because of their quarterback, it's the Lions. Because every time Jared Goff has a bad game, without a doubt, it's a loss. Purdy has had several not Purdy-like games, and even a bad game for Purdy is probably a game that Goff would love to have. Even like last week, we still find a way to win because we're a complete team. I think the Lions are probably another very complete team. But I think when you have iron versus iron, I think it takes special ability, a Debo who can break run 70 yards. Christian McCaffrey. It takes special players on defense like Fred Warner, like Dre Greenlaw, like Nick Bosa to make special plays and special times. And this is when these players are going to shine. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think the Lions are good, but I think just like the NBA finals, star power overcomes, so I think the star power is real. And, I appreciate y'all boys for coming by this year. Maybe we'll see y'all next season. After we win this chip, y'all can come back again and we can do it all over again.
Right. Don't forget about the 12th man. Don't forget about the 12th man, because you guys got a great home field advantage when the refs is calling the right plays. Y'all got a great home field advantage when the refs is on your side.
I'm pretty sure a couple weeks ago we was all in line for the number 1 seed, right? And one of us pulled it out, and one of us didn't. So, hey,
okay. We still messy here. That's the sad part. We still messy here.
Yeah.
You almost didn't come. We almost had an NFC championship in Detroit.
There was a song by Brandy. It goes, "Almost doesn't count." And I'll leave it at that because almost doesn't count.
Team, man. Y'all been there almost everywhere. Almost all 3.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. I was just gonna say one last thing, man. Man, I hope the game builds up to be what we all want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes, it could be a dud, or it could be, I really believe that, this game, hopefully the hype is real. You know what I'm saying? You want everybody, because this is, at least for us. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I am a straight shooter on things, and I know we haven't been here before. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know really how to act. You know what I'm saying? Like how to react or how to be here, you know what I'm saying? But I think the best way to do is just to really keep what we doing, because it's a lot of fanfare, it's a lot of talking, it's a lot of this, it's a lot of that. But the one thing I think Dan Campbell, we can hang our hat on as him being our head coach is this team is going to be ready to play, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I think they haven't fell victim to believe it. I think they really was believing they was really better than what we thought we was when we lost to Baltimore. I really do. I think if we had another crack at them, maybe, I'm not going to say we would beat the Ravens, because I'm not going to go that far yet. But what I'm saying is I think at that time we was 5-1. Everybody was saying, are the Lions the best team? And we totally didn't know how to handle that. But as the season went on, you could see this team has really learned how to be accepting of who they are. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sugarcoat. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to finesse it. You don't have to dress it up. We gonna go like Walt said, just line of scrimmage, Monty Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. If our guys win the line of scrimmage that they have been doing most of this season, I think it's going to be a W. That's all. I mean, and if plain and simple, if we don't do that, then we will lose the game. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I think that's what I like about Dan Campbell. I was just telling one of my friend of mine today, and he said he agreed with. He said, "Listen, Dan Campbell knows one way to play, and if we come out there, 49ers out there." He damn it, stop what we doing. If y'all can't stop it, it's gonna be curtains. You know what I'm saying? And especially in the fourth quarter, because I think that's winning time. And I think that for this team to overcome a lot of obstacles this year, have played in a lot of close games, especially the end of the year. That's why me and Walt I think we agreed that I kind of like them playing tough games at the end, because remember we had to beat Minnesota twice, 2 out of 3. We had the nail biter against the Cowboys. I think we played tough games against Chicago, lost one of them. I think all of that in the crescendo, in the grand scheme of things, I think has got us here for this moment. I really do. Beat Matthew Stafford, 1-point win, emotional, getting over the hump, 30 years, haven't won a damn home playoff game. I think all of that is what we needed as a franchise, moving forward. So
I look forward. It should be a great game. I'm hoping for no injuries, no silly penalties, no referee interventions, no weird circumstances. Just a great football game between two good teams.
Facts.
I'm gonna ask this: because as a Lions fan, we never been in this situation before. 49ers been in this situation before. After you lose the NFC Championship, do you even give a fuck about the Super Bowl?
It's hard. It's
Because
really
like
hard.
I,
It's
I I
really
can't even
hard.
see myself caring. Like if we lose this weekend, I can't really see myself really giving the shit
It's really hard.
about the Super Bowl.
It's really hard. I want to. Did I watch it? I watched the Super Bowl last year, but like 2 years ago when it was the Rams and I forgot and the Bengals. Yeah. I don't think I watched that one. I might have caught glimpses of it. I was like at a bar or something. But yeah, I agree. It's really hard after I want to say most of the playoff losses. It's really hard just to get back into football. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, for me, it would be a letdown. If we lost, it would be. I'm definitely gonna watch because there's storylines in the next game, and we are football fans, so we gonna watch. But like you said, it won't even seem like I don't see how us not making the playoffs like next year. It just seems like we haven't any. What this is life, bro. This is life to make the playoffs and go this far. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, this has been great. I mean, just to be able to still be in it and still. Me and Walt was doing draft shows last year at this time. You know what I'm saying? We got mock drafts and we looking at offensive linemen from Boston College and South Carolina. We talking about Joey Porter Jr. I'm talking about Jalen Carter, and it's just like, man, it's like.
Now look at us. We part of the halves.
Look at you.
Popping bottles. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's funny?
It's great, man. It's great.
I can imagine right now, Super Bowl week, media day. I can imagine them talking to Anzalone and Kirby Joseph, and just not the reporters just not knowing who these guys are. They get that far. You know, we talking to Kirby Joseph, we talking to Cam Sutton. Like, you gonna get burnt today? Oh no.
So Mr. Cameron.
Would you say I don't know? Would you say I don't know?
Wait, isn't that Hulk Hogan? No, that's
This WrestleMania's here this weekend. What is it?
You know what Cam Sutton gonna do? You know,
disrespected the shit out of us.
That's crazy.
You know what Cam Sutton gonna do when he get burnt? He gonna do the Michael Jordan.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think Av right. We might need Eminem to come with us. You know, we might need it so everybody.
Y'all gonna need Eminem, Bizarre. Y'all gonna have to get Proof up out the ground. Y'all gonna need the whole D12 in full force.
We got
Shark Boy, Lava Girl,
squad. Eastside, we got a whole rap squad.
Big Sean.
We got to put them all on a jet. Hey, Walt, we'd have to put our whole. Yeah, we'd have to put our whole roster of rap hit dude.
Well, you know, it's really Eminem versus E40.
Yeah.
You know how man E40 a diehard 40.
Yeah.
He gonna take it real hard.
Yeah.
That boy can't even speak it. I'm still wondering if he can read.
Oh, you sound like Cat Williams. Hey, we just bring Cat Williams with us.
So you gonna take him with us? Hey, Cat, man.
Oh man.
I told them.
Oh man.
I told them they gave me CGC a long time ago, and they looked at me crazy.
Yeah, we can't even read.
Man, listen, I'm down with it. Yeah. Cat Williams called us up, so he gonna take the four of us to the Super Bowl with him, but we gotta down this case. We gotta down this case of yak with him. That's one hell of a 2 weeks, baby. That's one hell of a 2 weeks.
Oh man,
that was funny.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get up out of here.
Yep.
Block, man. It was great having you on.
Yeah,
Go
Block.
ahead.
Hey, appreciate y'all boys, man.
Yeah,
appreciate y'all boys.
Yeah.
Hey, you can find me everywhere at Big Block Sports, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I do weekly recaps in rap format on my Instagram page and my YouTube page, so you can check those out. It's a lot of fun. Live tweet during all the games, so follow me on Twitter at Big Block Sports, man. I always appreciate Walt, and it's nice meeting y'all two fellas talking Detroit Lions football, so I look forward to collabing with y'all boys in the future, man. Good luck this weekend.
Peace.
Yeah, you can find me Security Detroit Podcast. We've been here for 3 years, and we finally here at the precipice at the mountaintop, but we got one more game to go. to get to where we want to be. I'm really excited to just to show off Walt's channel. I'm showing this on my thing because Walt and Ashanti have been phenomenal all year. Shout out to Darcy for not only introducing to these guys but also giving these guys like the
Facts.
show, the platforms, of this because their own ingenuity has gotten them so far. They just need the exposure. Like these dudes right here are legitimate. They study, they understand, and they speak to power. So they're gonna call what they see as a wrong thing. They're not gonna say just anything. They're gonna call out what they see is wrong, and they gonna big up what they see is right. And these dudes is phenomenal. I'm thanking God that God allowed y'all to get the truth, right? You know, y'all got
Appreciate you.
together.
Appreciate that.
Every week, y'all show out and show the truth, not just my truth, because there's some shows I disagree with y'all. But y'all come out here, man.
Yeah.
Y'all come out
For
here and
sure.
y'all
For sure.
ball out. Y'all show facts. Y'all study the game. Y'all study scouting. Y'all do it the right way. And I'm so appreciative of y'all, man. And your channel should be blowing up. And of course, it's banned on YouTube. But
Yeah, we
but
back. We
I
back
saw that,
on.
man. That's crazy.
Hey, Avery, we back on. I've been trying to get it up and running
yeah.
again. So you know what I mean. Put
Hey
it up.
man,
Oh yeah, we're gonna be back.
you guys got
Definitely.
my full support, man. You guys have been the truth ever since I first seen y'all week 6. Okay, so I'm just really happy, man. I'm really happy for y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Definitely, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man. Love having you boys on. Y'all are more than welcome to be back on whenever. Especially Avery, you know you've been on plenty of
Yep.
times, man.
Yep. Always
But
welcome. Always welcome.
whenever we see y'all, we got that first place schedule next year, so I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing y'all next year. So you'll be
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
for sure. But
Good luck, big
Shanti,
block.
you and I,
Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes,
you and
sir.
I
Good
be
luck,
back here
man. Good
Saturday
luck.
morning.
Yeah. Seriously, it's all fun, man. You good, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good coming on. Thank you for coming on with us.
Hey, for sure, man. Thanks for having me.
Yep, and Ashanti and I will be back Saturday morning to do our final breakdown, team comparisons, and all that good stuff. Go through the final injury reports. Get y'all ready for that Detroit Lions victory as they stump all over that SF in the middle of that field.
Superficial.
Superficial.
Superficial. One pride.